Hi YouTube, Mochismo Eugene. Another video from Extra Strategy. Welcome. Let's talk about how empath energy forces people to pay attention and challenges the narcissist to look at themselves. So your energy forces the narcissist to look at you because basically you are unlike them in many ways. As it pertains to the exterior, you even look different to them. You have a nose, eyes, ears, a mouth, just as they do, but they readily recognize your presence as something that's totally unlike theirs. And even within, so from without and from within, so your exterior and your interior, you move differently than they do. Your whole swag, your charisma tells them that you are unlike them. And what this does is it forces them to look at themselves. And when it forces them to look at themselves, what they see themselves as mediocre, not measuring up. And what does this do? It causes them to go into defense. They start becoming envious, jealous, spiteful, and hateful. And these things happening with them within their emotions, because they're emotionally dysregulated, unregulated, unstable. And this is the fundamentals of why narcissist does what they do. When you meet them, they go on this illusion quest field. Let me fake it till I make it with you. And when I get in, insulate myself with you, thereby I can tear you down from the inside out. I'll get in and find out the dirtiest secrets about you, your biggest weaknesses, your biggest pet peeves, the people that you don't really like or favor, and I'll go back and I'll bad mouth. I'll make them believe that you're bad mouthing them, even though you're not. So it goes on this insidious quest for them, because again, that very petty thing as to them not measuring up, nor should they even try to measure up to you. They should be happy and delighted to be around someone such as you, the empath, the chosen one. And guess why they're not that excited about being around you in your presence? Because it disturbs their chaos. Your peace disturbs that. Light and darkness has no affiliation with one another. That's like you connecting a positive battery cable to a negative cable. You're not going to get what you need to produce current. And this is the laws of physics, the laws of whatever that is that I just mentioned, scientifically speaking, or spiritually. That's why when people try to denounce spirituality, cause and effect, what goes up must come down, leveraging different things in the world that have us spellbound even to this day, that we can't readily explain, and because we can't readily explain it, we denounce it. This is the thing with the narcissists as to why they treat empaths and chosen ones the way they do, and they must destroy us, because they can't understand you, nor do they want to figure you out. They don't have the wherewithal to do this, because the more they try to understand how and why you are the way you are, it more illuminates how undone they are, and they must go back to the drawing board and find out and deep dive and introspect as to why am I this way? Why do I feel this way? Why do I respond to people this way when they're not responding this way? When someone criticizes something they did constructively, why are they able to adopt an attitude of Thank you. I appreciate you pointing that out to me when I can't, the narcissist. And because they don't do the work and they're not willing to figure this out and to come to the conclusion that it's the way that they're moving, they would rather sabotage your character. They would rather demean you as an individual, discredit you, smear you, badmouth you, and talk in ways with other people behind your back that are very disrespectful and degrading when they don't have any truths to base this on. What they're doing is they're smearing you based on their thought process. They're telling anyone who will listen how bad you are, because in telling these people how bad you are, the empath, they're actually in essence saying they are really good people, but because I'm bad, I'm going to force or I'm going to impress upon you how bad that they are. When really, all the bad things I'm saying about them, these are the things that I possess. This is what's going on in the narcissist's head. And even at that point, they don't want to accept this. So what they do, they have indirectly, subconsciously, subliminally denounced this as being their whole persona, and they have given it to you. So that's why when they people talk about you to people, this is you. This, they have all but put this negative coat or dress on you. So now these are your garments. I've never owned them. They disassociate you with this behavior. And I know and believe inside of the head of every human being, we know when we are doing people badly. We know when our intentions are not for the good and the betterment of that person. And I have to believe the narcissist is very aware. But again, why do they do it? I just pointed out to you. Because it's too hard for them to deal with themselves. And it's too hard for them to cope with the fact that they don't have the propensity, they don't have the balls to try to get around people who can motivate them to change. They would rather try to change you for the worse and change other people's opinion about you. Now, a lot of times it's hard to embrace this for what it is, but it becomes harder when we don't accept that this is just the way that these people are wired. They don't get past this because we accept it, okay? I want you to know that. And when you realize you're not giving anyone a pass or a free ride because we accept them for what they are, accepting them for what they are is the next stage after the awakening, is the next stage in adopting this newfound awareness, this newfound elevation of your vibration, because now you can understand that this is just the way that they are, and these are the reasons why. You can see more now how you are that chosen one. You are that empath that has the capacity to feel, really feel, and emotionally empathize. You're saddened for these people from a distance, of course. No special favors or privileges do they get. But you're able to heal yourself once you realize that this is nothing that you caused. This has nothing to do with you. This is a decision that they have made from a few reasons why they made this decision. It was indoctrinated in their upbringing. It was most often their upbringing. It was the association with people that they believed that this was the way to get what they wanted and the way that they got it. When there were people around them that were making different decisions, they took the long road. They did the hard work. They did the honorable thing. They did the respectful thing. So they had examples of how they should have conducted themselves in life and in the world. But they chose to be deceitful. deceptive, conniving, two-timing, two-faced it, and they not only chose it, they mastered the art of deception. They became better and better and better and better and better at it, and they actually took joy in it. This is why the Bible said the wicked can't sleep at night unless they've caused harm. They needed this to be a life's work and a way of life in order for them to be able to rest. They rest assured knowing that they had created some chaos in someone's life, or some unrest, or some like I said, chaos or confusions. So this is the reasons why when you as an empath, your energy forces people to pay attention, namely the narcissists and people in general that aren't always narcissists. They could be flying monkeys. They could be do-gooders. They could be people who are doing things at the workplace just to appease their superiors. When you do a lot of what you do authentically and you do it with ease and with poise and with grace, and there they are trying to figure out how are you able to come in and do what they've been kissing ass 10 years to try to do. You gain favor with people around you quickly. And here they are. They're struggling. They brought the boss lunch. They brought the boss little gifts and trinkets, t-shirts, mugs. And all you do is just speak to everyone on a daily basis in and out of the workplace. You treat people not indifferent or differently. You treat people diversifiably authentic. You meet people where they are. You deal with them as they are. You don't approach a person with this with this fake persona. And this is disturbing to people who can't do that. So guys, you really need to understand as an empath and a chosen one that a lot of the fights that we are battling are not our own fights. The only fight that we as empaths and chosen ones should be really concerned about is the good fight towards the high calling which is in Christ. To continue to fight the good fight of the Creator, to continue to do what His will is for our life. And serve others as best as we can by having a servant attitude. And that's not to let people use and abuse us. But when you walking in the Spirit of God and you're being led by design rather than your own desires, there is no question you will make the right decisions. Even when it seems like a bad decision, if you are led by the direction of God, there is no bad decisions. Because at the end of it, you look back and you'll say, man, by design, this was always the way it was supposed to be. And even in some instances with that narcissist or the narcissist family member relationships or the job that you don't have anymore, or you decided to leave or you got fired from, by design, you see how things are working together for the good of those who love the Lord, who are called according to His purpose. Chosen of God, if you are led by your own desires, you're led by other people's influences that don't mean you any good, we also readily accept the fact that this is why we ended up where we ended up at. Narcissists can't self-reflect. They can't fix what is broken in them. Nor are they humble enough to ask for help to fix what ails them. They don't believe they have problems, and that's their first problem. That being said, bless.